Hey everybody, today I have a review for you of one of the nicest dash cams that you can get, Thinkware's newest flagship, the ARC 900. So I've reviewed a lot of dash cams and the ARC 900 is one of the nicest, at least on paper. We're going to take a look at its specifications, the device itself and its installation, the app functionality, and of course its video quality as well, and we'll see how it performs. Now, the ARC 900 is a two-channel setup with a 4K front camera paired with a 2K rear. Both cameras do feature Sony STARVIS 2 sensors, so that's really good to see. It's an IMX678 for the front and an IMX675 for the rear, and they both do have real HDR. They also can both record in 60 frames per second. To do that, though, you do sacrifice a little bit of quality, as it does require setting the front to 2K and the rear to 1080p. Now, it does come with everything you need, including a 64GB micro SD card, a hard wiring cable, a 12-volt power cable, a trim tool, the rear camera cable, and of course the dash cams themselves, as well as a quick start guide. Taking a look at everything up close, everything looks good. The front dash cam feels very high quality, and I do like the look of it. You can see the various ports on the back here. And it does have a 3.5-inch touchscreen LCD IPS display, which is nice to have. The rear camera is small and compact, which is good. And it just has the single port to connect to the front camera. And like I mentioned, it does come with that 64GB micro SD card, and it is pre-installed. And 64GB is plenty for most people unless you need hours and hours of video. This dash cam does support up to 512GB though. Now for mounting, it does have double-sided tape on this piece here that clips to the main camera. And the rear camera has double-sided tape pre-installed as well. And again, we've got the various cables here, including the hard wiring kit. I'm personally just going to use the 12-volt cable for ease, but you can hardwire it, which does allow for parking modes to record if it detects movement or an impact. And there are various power-saving options as well to protect your vehicle's 12-volt battery. And all the cables are plenty long enough to route around your headliner, which is good to see. Another great feature of the ARC 900 is its connectivity. It has 5 GHz Wi-Fi, which is much quicker than 2.4 GHz for file transfers, and it also has a USB-C port that you can use for very fast transfers as well. Now, once you get it mounted, you just plug it in, and there are various setup screens you go through to select the language, update the date and time, that sort of thing. Then it pulls up the camera. There's also a lot of settings you can adjust on the device itself without having to pull up the app, including various recording settings like the camera resolution, updating the parking modes, the night vision, various assists and alerts, and then of course brightness, volume, that sort of thing. And it does look good. The display is a nice high quality display. And once you connect the rear camera to the front camera, it shows both feeds on the screen. This makes it very easy to ensure you have the cameras adjusted properly. You can see exactly what will be recorded. Overall installation is very simple, especially if you use that 12-volt cigarette-style power cable like I did. You just mount the dash cams, plug it in, and you're good to go. Now let's go ahead and check out the app. The Thinkware Dashcam app is available in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. You grant it permissions when you open it up, and then you select the dashcam model. And then you connect to its Wi-Fi by scanning the QR code on the dashcam's display, and it will automatically connect. The ARC 900 does support firmware updates as well, so you'll be prompted if there is a new update available, and that does install pretty quickly, which is good. Then once you reconnect, you can go in and adjust all the settings I showed you on the device in the app here as well. You can adjust memory card overriding settings too, memory partitions. You can adjust the camera settings like resolution, night vision, HDR, which only works in the 30 frames per second setting, privacy recording, voice recording, impact sensitivity, those parking mode settings, which do include battery protections, road safety settings like alerts for safety cameras, and driver assistant features like alerts when the car in front of you moves or traffic lights change. These alerts are subtle dings that can definitely come in handy if you happen to get distracted at a traffic light, maybe with the radio or something. And then there's the various system settings as well that you can adjust. Viewing recordings in the app is very easy too. You can see the front and rear recordings or both. The dash cams record in 1-minute intervals so you can see specific times, and downloading them is very straightforward. And once they're downloaded, you can view them in the app itself or export them from the app to your phone's gallery. Now let's take a look at some recordings and check out the video quality. Initially, I had it set for 2K front and 1080p rear to get 60 frames per second recording because in the past, I've seen some dashcams struggle with license plates at 30 frames per second. And overall, the quality is decent, but the reduced resolution and lack of HDR meant that it was quite hard to read license plates. I know reading license plates is quite important to a lot of people, though personally, I don't really care too much about it since you can easily determine fault even without being able to read a license plate. So anyway, I just wanted to make you guys aware of that. After switching to 4K 30 frames per second, you can see it is much clearer. The 4K option allows HDR to be enabled, which you can see at the bottom, so it's easy to tell the difference in the recordings. But yeah, I definitely recommend the 4K front 2K rear setting with the HDR enabled. Video quality is very good, and the 30-second frame rate works fine. You can definitely read the license plates easier. Here's some video from the rear camera. It's a pretty clear picture, though you can't read license plates as easily due to the lower quality and the fact that this is a truck, so the camera's further away than it would be in an SUV, for example. But it's still solid for a rear camera. Here's some footage at dusk. The quality here is very good. It's really crisp and clear. License plates are easy to read. It looks great. Now here's some night footage for you guys. This is where the majority of dash cams struggle the most, and honestly, it's no different here. While you can see vehicles and lights fine, many details are unfortunately lost. License plates are not able to be read. Street signs are barely able to be read. In areas where it's really lit up, you can see better, but where it's very dark, again, it struggles. Here I am following a vehicle, and the glare from my headlights on their license plate makes it impossible to read, even though I'm right behind them. And of course, you can't really make out much about this oncoming car. Now, with all that said, the video quality is still some of the best I've seen. During the day, its HDR works well, balancing bright sections with darker sections, and the field of view for both the front and rear cameras is nice and wide to give a really solid view around your vehicle. During sunrise or sunset or cloudy days, it works very well and provides a lot of detail. And while at night it's not as clear as it is during the day, that's the case with all dash cams. You still have a great view that's more than clear enough for insurance purposes when determining fault, which ultimately is the primary reason most people get dash cams. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, okay, Jeff, this is a great front and rear dash cam setup, but how much does it cost? Normally it's $420, but it's currently on sale for just $360 on Amazon, and I got them to give a 10% discount too. So if you use promo code TechJeff20 before April 19th, it saves you an additional $36, bringing it to just $324. That's a really solid deal for a 4K HDR dash cam with dual front and rear STARVIS 2 sensors, a built-in touchscreen display, hardwiring cable included, parking modes, fast connectivity, and a great app. So I'm definitely a fan of it. Let me know what you guys think, though, in the comments section. Let me know if you have any questions about the Thinkware ARC 900. And as always, guys, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button, hype the video, and don't forget to subscribe for more content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.